and welcome to Gastric Sleeve Empowerment. That part of my journey was very much about taking responsibility for the fact that my wellness did not just come at having a gastric sleeve. It came through taking the time to prepare. I would say preparation is key. Preparation is key to planning your surgery, to having an understanding what you're going to undergo, what that actually means, that the sleeve is a tool that you can work with, a tool that will give you the chance to be free and at liberty to make choices about health, to have a healthy relationship with yourself. That healthy relationship needs to start with self-care. And for me, that self-care was I didn't have a very good relationship with food. It may sound strange, or maybe not to some of you, perhaps through dieting, which we've all done and didn't work, we regained, or we got so hungry, etc. But mine was, I didn't make time to eat at regular intervals. So by the time I got to the point where I couldn't stand it any longer, it was an overload. And that was usually about 9 o'clock at night, having had coffees through the day, water, Diet Coke, all the wrong things perhaps, and then maybe trying to eat something healthy, like an apple, or to get by on too little, far too little. And then there was this overload, and then there was the diets, and then there was all the fads and you name it, the pills, the vitamins, the sachets of food, the dried food, the only eat this, only eat that. Oh, we've all done it. But I couldn't sustain it. I joined the clubs, I joined all the Weight Watchers and all the rest of it, and that was fine. And one thing that did work for me was I followed the principles of what Weight Watchers and Slimming World actually gave you, the real template. And that's kind of what I follow now, believe it or not. No, I don't join those things, but I strongly advise if you need support, then perhaps you should. And if I need to, I will too. But I follow the principles of eating healthy, eating a smaller portion, and that's the key. Your sleeve allows you to be able to make choices, healthy choices, things that are going to give you energy, things that are going to make you feel well, things that are going to lead up to the point where you can make a selection of food taste beautiful, but you will only need a small portion, and then you will feel full quicker. It's as simple as that. So people say to me, so what do you eat? Everything and anything. But the anythings and the everythings are carefully thought out. That's the difference. So since having my sleeve, twice I've had takeaway burgers. Have I enjoyed them? Nope. I found them revolting. And I didn't used to. But I ate the smallest amount, and then I made the decision, this isn't working for me. I've had a couple of bites and that's enough. I can taste chemicals. That's me. It's nothing wrong with the food, but perhaps, oh gosh, maybe eating so healthy, your taste buds tell you things that before they didn't. That's what I'm putting it down to anyway. So I didn't like the taste, so I don't choose that. But I choose to eat the style of foods that I enjoy, which is I like spicy, I like flavour, I like spice, I like zing, I like pizzazz. So I use things like garlic, ginger, turmeric, cumin, paprika, all these wonderful zingy, black pepper, cracked pepper, red pepper, chili flakes. I love all of that. A dash of chili, Worcester sauce, a few dashes of even the garlic sort of puree that you can put in if you've not got fresh garlic. And, I just happen to enjoy that kind of addition to what I'm going to serve for my food on my plate. And one thing I do is I don't do oh, it's breakfast, I must have what people have for breakfast. No, 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 no. I choose how I'm feeling that day. If I've woken up and I'm feeling a little tired, I'll go straight for protein. And if that protein is that I've got some leftover steak or some tuna fish from the night before, that's what I'm going to eat, because it's sitting there. I didn't finish it. I was going to have it for my evening meal. I'm just going to have it now because I want it at the beginning of the day, and I want to feel as if I've got the energy to do the things that I've got on my list. And that's what I love. I've got so much energy, and I enjoy having that energy, and I get used to it. And of course, there's days when I actually feel maybe I did far too much yesterday in my exercise and in my projects and in my work. I'm sure you all do too. So on those days, I will say, well, I'll have that leftover steak from last night for breakfast. I'm not going to wait for lunch. I'm not going to wait for an evening meal. Does it matter? I want it, and I want to get the benefit of that food. If I choose that I'm going to have a little bit of carbohydrate in my meal, and I'm talking about rice and pasta or bread, which I don't eat very often, but if I am going to have that, when I say I don't eat very often, maybe once every 2-3 weeks is probably a more honest answer, then what I will do is I will say I'm going to have that as early as possible, so that I'm not having something like pasta or rice or potato or bread going to bed. And that's when it normally comes with your meal, isn't it? So I've just swapped around what I'm doing, and quite often I will actually have maybe what most of you would consider for your breakfast. I'll have that at the end of my day, maybe 6 or 7 o'clock. It could be something like an omelette or a poached egg or a yogurt, or maybe an avocado on a rice cracker, or a crisp bread, or even just quite simply the avocado with a tiny spoonful of cheese in there. I eat a lot of cheese. I don't eat cheddar cheese like I used to. I'll have a very thin slither of cheese on a cracker or a crisp bread. And that's the kind of thing that I will choose to eat. We're going to be doing lots of recipes. I'm not the greatest lover of soups, but there are times when nothing but soup will do. And I too will actually say tomato soup, chicken soup, all those kind of things, vegetable soup, Yes, especially in the winter time, it will give you energy if you can actually put in some wonderful vegetables to help you on your way. Make sure you eat your protein. Protein is a must. Protein is the first. And sometimes your hunger is not hunger. You are experiencing the fact that you need liquid. And so I would go straight for the water. And the kind of thing that I would do is I use one of these little flasks, and I fill it with crushed ice, and I put my water in there, and off comes the cap, I beg your pardon. And I've become a bit of a snob with water. I treat myself to different kinds. They all taste different. So sometimes I'll go for a lovely blue bottle with water in it, or, a clear bottle. Okay, I do the plastic bottles, and I also have a fridge that has a filter on it, so I take my water from there most of the time. But if I'm out, that's my treat. I'm going to go for an expensive or good-looking bottle of water and try it. It might not be the best, but at least I feel I'm having a treat. So, I fill this with crushed ice, then I add the water, and then I just sip out of the bottle through the day. I get very, very, very thirsty at night time, so I do actually use my flask of water, all through the night. I've got several of these, one downstairs, one in my kitchen, one in my office, and one by my bedside table, simply because the need to keep drinking for me is essential. One of the reasons I put down to the fact that I gained weight I honestly thought I didn't eat much. I think I overloaded far too much in one go at the end of the day. In fact, I know I did. And then I would guzzle down soda or Diet Coke. I had 10 years of drinking 2 litres of that through the night. Not during the day. During the day, I'm brilliant. I'm drinking coffee, I'm drinking water, and I've hardly eaten anything. And then come 9 o'clock when I finish work, it's like, I can't wait to get home and just stuff my face because I've not had anything and I'm entitled to do so. And that's where my problems were. So, and I wasn't moving enough, and I was sleeping on it, and I was going to bed an hour after that, and then drinking 2 litres of pure sugar. Or, you know, you can say the diet drinks. Well, I don't care. I drank Diet Coke for 10 years, and believe me, I gained the weight. I gained 5 stone. So I've lost that 5 stone, or that 34 kilos. And yeah, I've never felt so good. So please do watch the videos and learn everything that has been my personal experience that I'd like to share with you from me. I hope that you continue to get as much information as you possibly can. The purpose of Gastric Sleeve Pal for me is to share what I have learned, and to continue to promise to myself that the tool that has given me, I call it my second birthday, March the 2nd for me, last year. And so I'll be celebrating my 2nd year in March 2020. And I intend to make absolutely the most of that gift of life and well-being and wellness and healthiness to the maximum. Please join me for the next video. Some will be short, some will be just tasters of things that we're going to cover with you. But please do subscribe, leave your comments in the box below, tell me what you want to know, and I'll look at it for you and see if I can find out the information, or I'll tell you the information if I know it. Also, press the button on the bell so you know next time I upload a video. I'll be sharing with you lots of information about all of the subjects, but your questions, please, they're so important, and I'm here to try and bring for you a platform that gives you the medical side from my team, because they're so helpful and it's their pleasure to share. We are on the same wavelength, we sync in beautiful ways, so they're going to be coming in and giving you the stuff that I can't give you, from the experts, from the people that do the job every day, from the people that care. And we'll be taking you through all of that side, all in good time. For now, you've got me and you've got my story and the highlights of my journey. Till next time, thank you for watching. I do hope you found this informative. Bye for now.